Hello YouTube, Chester Boy here, and today we take a look at the RKF Fire Number Series 06 Fourze armor. So this is the armor set that can be combined with Kamen Geo or Kamen Gates. So, and of course you can tell this pays tribute to Kamen Fourze. So, yeah. Let's take a look at the package real quick. You can see we got Kamen Geo Fourze armor. And of course we got the finisher attack, which we'll get into that later in this review. Here's another shot of Kamen Geo Fourze armor, and here's the back. So yeah, that's that. So here's the Fourze armor itself and assembled. And you can see, yeah, you can tell it's a rocket. I would say it takes the form of a rocket, which makes sense because one, Kamen Fourze's two motifs are a rocket and an astronaut. So yeah. So yeah, it does look weird, but hey, it's silly. But yeah, you can see there's the inside. So yeah. Now this sounds actually a bit different from the Build, Exit, and Ghost armors. Like this, here's the Ghost armors. Just for a little side-by-side comparison. Like normally from the Build, Exit, and Armor Ghost armor sets, they normally have a humanoid look. Well, this one is just, it takes the form of a rocket, as you can tell. So just a little change. So yeah, not too bad. Now, he does not come with a Gates version of the Fourze mask, sadly, because this is actually meant to go along with Geo, but you can actually merge this with the Gates figure, which we will get to that later in this review. So, now if you were wondering, yes, the G driver is in fact attached onto the chest piece, and it does pop out. So yeah. Now, the only little nitpick I have with this is that one of the booster bits actually do come off really easily, even though there's no purpose for that. Oops. And yes, this thing does pop apart a little bit easier, but hey, that's for the armor time gimmick. So, and of course, here's the back. So yeah. All right. Now with that out of the way, let's perform armor time with Kamen Geo. All right. So let's perform the armor time. So move the Jiku driver, move the two ride watch holders, set them off the side, and set him off the side. And pretty much going to take apart the rockets. So take these pieces off, take these off, and you're pretty much left with this. So from here we're going to go ahead and fold up the booster parts up like that, and they do tab into place. And go and split this open, the top part open. So there we go. And let's go ahead and flip these panels up because these become the leg armor. So, all right, and then of course we'll split them apart. And then we can put this together. So this black panel will plug into this little hole right here. And then plug it onto this side as well. Alright, sorry for that little cut. So first what we're gonna do is we're gonna put on the chest piece first. So you can see there's actually two tabs right here, and they'll plug onto the back. And that kind of gives a good reason why these two holes are there. And it's for this, and maybe for some future armor sets that will come out in maybe next year. So go ahead and plug this onto the back. Just make sure you get them lined up correctly. Right. Actually, you want to do that first because you have to put the head through first. Just get it, just wiggle it in there, and then you can plug the back first. And now you can see this is actually the trickiest bit. This is actually the trickiest bit, is to put this chest armor on. Okay, I got it. All right, and then we're gonna fold down the chest piece here, and you can see there's this tab where the Jiku driver was. It'll plug in that little hole right there. So you push it all the way until you hear it snap. Okay, it does require a bit of force to put it on there. So yeah, there's that. And go ahead and put the mask. Actually, we're not gonna do that just yet. Now I'm gonna take the booster module, which that's the weapon name for these things. They're called the booster modules. And these fins here do pop off a bit easy. Again, just for no reason. Other than just for safety reasons, I think. But All right, you can see this. These will plug onto the forearms. All right, there we go. And then, last but not least, put the mask over. And then you have Kamen Fourze armor. So here is in all its glory. And yeah, looks pretty cool. I mean, it's got like a lot of shell going on, but hey, that's just how it is. I mean, one thing I like is how the purple and lavender, the purple and gray lines here do connect to the shoulders. That's actually a pretty neat little detail right there, which I do like. And of course, here's the mask, which says actually it's Fourze, so Fourze. Here's the chest, which you can see it resembles Kamen Fourze's base states, which that's what the entire form is supposed to represent. The with Kamen Fourze's base states, his default form, except without the X, the circle. I think it's triangle, circle, square. Well, the only circle bit is like right here, which makes sense because Kamen Fourze's when he uses the rocket astro switch, the rocket module actually pops on this arm. So which is actually pretty neat. And speaking of that, these two weapons are supposed to pay homage to the rocket module. Again, that's a weapon that Kamen Fourze used in the show. So, well, in the Kamen Fourze show to be exact. So, yeah. All right, articulation. There's no head. Well, it does move a little bit, but it's static because of the because of that little joint that the mask is attached to. All right, the arms can swing out to the side a little bit. They can go forward. Then go backward. The elbows can bend at a 90-degree angle. You can move the wrist, but there's actually no point to it. No ab crunch because of the armor. The legs can go forward a little bit. The legs can go back. The knees can bend. You kind of have to work with the this little armor bit right here. And the ankles do still move. So, yeah. So that's cool. Yes. Now this guy, this armor set doesn't come with the Gates version of the Fourze mask. However, this can be compatible with the Gates figure, which I'll show off right now. And here you go. Here's Kamen Gates Fourze armor. Yeah, nothing much, just with some red. So yeah, that's that. Alright, so there's actually one more thing that we need to cover. Is basically you can recreate Kamen Geo's finisher attack. So we're going to set these pieces off to the side. And the directions do tell you to flip up the mask, then fold these two up, and then plug it directly on top. Now that's actually possible to do. I like to flip up the mask to see where the to see Kamen Geo's antennae are, because they can interfere with what you're doing. So just gonna make sure it's all lined up. Oh, I think I got in there. Okay. Okay. I think it's better if you flip out just one of the parts out, and then plug this back on. Okay, and then flip down the mask, and then make sure this gets pushed down. There we go. Okay, so just like that. Now another tricky bit is these booster modules. I think. Okay, so you have to make sure. I think you have to put the hand. Make sure you have to put the hand inside this little cavity right here, and to make sure this arm is straightened out, and then. Make sure the arm's straightened out, and make sure these 4 pegs are aligned correctly. So this is the tricky bit right here. So make sure that gets lined up. There we go. Make sure that's plugged in. Okay, Ashley, I think you have to leave this unpegged. That way it makes it easier. Okay, there we go. Got that done. Okay, so you have to make sure this is unpegged. Don't plug it in. Otherwise, the booster modules won't peg in. So, okay, so make sure the arm is straightened out. And let's bring in the other one. And again, make sure make sure one of Kamen Geo's hands goes in that little cavity right there. So get that in. we go. I got the first two, and need to get the back two. Okay, I think I got it. Okay, so we got that. And then take these two pieces, and we're fold in the black panels. Move that. So fold these two in. And then here you're going to plug them together. And go put the booster part on. And then you just plug it, and you just plug these two holes in these two posts. Alright. So there you go. So you have the recreation of Kamen Geo Fourze Armor's finisher attack, the limit time break. So obviously, you know the limit parts from limit break, which is Kamen Fourze's finisher attacks. So yeah, it's actually pretty cool. Actually, wait. Oh, make sure you fold this down as well. Okay, forgot that little bit right there. Okay, now it gives them the complete rocket look. So yeah. So basically, what it does, it takes the villain called Another Fourze, takes it up to space, and then it performs like a kick like that. Just kick him down to the Earth's atmosphere, and just boom, he's dead. The villain's dead. So yeah, that's actually a pretty cool finisher attack in my opinion. So yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Fourze armor. So at the end of the day, this is yet another great addition to the Ride Armor series. Now it is a bit tricky when you're putting on the armor bits, specifically the chest bit, but once you play with it more, then you'll get the hang of it. So, or just like you'll get it. So yeah. So this is not a terrible armor set at all. I mean, I do love the form. I love the design of it. And it's pretty silly when the Fourze armor itself becomes a rocket. It's pretty silly, but it does make sense if you know who Kamen Fourze is. So yeah, and you can see I got a little figure of Fourze right there. I'm doing the Uchuki Ta pose like this guy. So yeah. So yes, I do recommend picking this up if you're a fan of the gimmick of the gimmick line, Kamen Geo, the show, and the Fourze armor itself. So yeah, I do recommend picking this up. So the next review after this is going to be the Rube Crystal Set 5 from Ultraman Rube. So thank you for watching. If you like what you saw, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon next to it. You can follow my Twitter and like my Facebook page. The links are down below. So this is Chester Boy saying, my time is out.